The Calrithi fleet had crossed 3 star systems to witness what they proudly called the Great Cosmic Joke. Their warships, sleek, obsidian giants engineered to bend light around their hulls, hung in perfect formation above Earth's orbital defense perimeter. They loomed like predators circling wounded prey, confident, patient, amused. On the bridge of the flagship Endless Dominion, Admiral Frozen stood with her forearms crossed, a gesture that, among her species, represented ultimate contempt. Her mandibles clicked as she laughed, the translator rendering her chittering amusement into something humans could understand. They truly believe they can fight us. Around her, veteran officers, conquerors of a dozen fallen worlds, shared in the mockery. The tactical display only reinforced their confidence. Earth's defense fleet looked pitiful. Outdated frigates, retrofitted cargo haulers with welded-on weapons, and a handful of destroyers that would have been considered antiques even by Crothi standards 2 centuries earlier. The humans fielded ships in the low hundreds. The Crothi armada numbered in the thousands. Admiral, her tactical officer reported, the humans are broadcasting on all frequencies. They are demanding our surrender. The bridge erupted in laughter. Frozen's mandibles spread in what passed for a smile. Patch it through. Let us hear what delusions sound like. The view screen flickered to life, revealing the bridge of a human warship. At its center stood a man in a crisp military uniform. His face was weathered, his posture steady, his eyes sharp as broken glass. The nameplate on his chest read, Finch. This is Commander Finch of the UNF Defiance, the human said calmly. You have 30 seconds to withdraw from Earth's orbital space. This is your only warning. Frozen leaned forward, intrigued despite herself. Humans were known for stubbornness, but this bordered on insanity. Commander Finch, she purred. I have conquered 17 worlds. My fleet has never known defeat. Your ships are museum pieces, and you number less than 1/10 of my forces. What possible threat could you pose? Finch's expression didn't change. 20 seconds. You're bluffing, Frozen snapped. You have no superweapon, no hidden fleet. Our scans show everything you have, and it isn't enough. She gestured to her weapons officer. Target their command ship. End this. 10 seconds, Finch said quietly. Fire at will. A dozen Crothi beam weapons lanced toward the Defiance. The shields flared once, then collapsed instantly. Hull breaches ripped across the starboard side. The human bridge shook violently as systems failed. Shields down, a human officer shouted. Hull integrity at 40%. Finch gripped his command chair, steady amid the chaos. He reached calmly for his communications console. All ships, he said, his voice echoing across every human frequency. Protocol White authorization. Finch Delta 77. Execute immediately. Frozen frowned. Protocol White? What is? She never finished the sentence. Every human ship in the defense fleet suddenly accelerated, not toward the Crothi armada, but away from it. At maximum burn, they dove straight toward Earth's atmosphere. The Crothi hesitated. Where are they going? Frozen demanded. Pursuit course, her weapons officer barked. But her science officer interrupted, his voice trembling with something dangerously close to fear. Admiral, I'm detecting massive energy buildups across the human fleet. Frozen's blood ran cold. How many ships? All of them, Admiral. Every single one. Finch looked directly into the camera and smiled. Not with joy, but with the grim satisfaction of a man who had played his final card. You asked what threat we could pose, he said softly. The answer is simple. We're willing to do what you're not. The human ships slammed into Earth's upper atmosphere at velocities that should have torn them apart. Their weakened shields collapsed entirely. Hulls glowed cherry red as friction consumed them. Deep within each vessel, containment fields around antimatter reactor cores began to fail. Not randomly, simultaneously. Frozen understood then. She had faced desperate enemies before, but never this. Never an entire fleet, hundreds of ships, thousands of crew members, willingly turning themselves into a coordinated orbital weapon. The humans weren't retreating. They were weaponizing their own defeat. All ships, emergency jump, Frozen screamed. Get us out. The first human ship detonated. Then the second. Then dozens more. A cascading chain of white-hot fury ignited across the night side of Earth, lighting it like a second sun. Their atmospheric entry had positioned them perfectly. The controlled detonations created a massive spherical shockwave, electromagnetic pulse, radiation, and raw kinetic force expanding outward at a fraction of light speed. The Calrithi fleet, locked in formation, caught by surprise and blinded by arrogance, had nowhere to go. Frozen's shields collapsed. Then her sister ships followed. The EMP wave fried systems across the armada. Ships collided, dead in space. Others tore themselves apart, attempting faster-than-light escape with damaged jump drives. Order dissolved into catastrophe. When the light finally faded, over 70% of the Crothi fleet was destroyed or crippled. The survivors, including Frozen's shattered flagship, limped away from Earth at sublight speed. On the bridge of the Endless Dominion, alarms wailed. Frozen stared at the viewscreen where Earth still hung peacefully against the void, now protected by the expanding debris field of its own martyred fleet. The tactical display flickered back to life. A single transmission repeated on all frequencies, Commander Finch's voice, recorded moments before his ship became part of the Whitefire. To any hostile force receiving this message, humans don't fight to win. We fight so that losing costs you everything. Remember that before you come for our world again. Frozen collapsed into her command chair, her forearms trembling. She had conquered 17 worlds. She thought she understood warfare, sacrifice, the calculus of victory and defeat. She had been wrong. Humanity had shown her something new. A species willing to burn its own sky white rather than submit. A people who won not through superior firepower, but through the one variable the Calrithi could never calculate, the willingness to pay any price for freedom. As her broken fleet vanished into the darkness between stars, Admiral Frozen made a final decision. She would never return to Earth, and she would make sure no one else ever did. Please follow my channel for more videos. One click from you can change my life.